All learn a lot this morning? Oh, what was that? Come on, did we learn a lot this morning? Right, there we go. Let's keep it like that. Yeah? What I want you to do, guys, is because you remember what I said this morning? Repeat after me. Teaching is learning. But first, what I want you to do is just to take 1 minute and just write down what one of your biggest three of your biggest aha moments that you guys had this morning. It's going to be difficult for you, Michelle. You're only bloody rocking in now. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Okay, if we can just take 1 minute and write down three of your biggest learnings, aha moments from this morning. And begin. Okay. Let's bring the attention back into the room. So, you guys have heard me speak now long enough. You know what's coming next. Let's get the first action taker. Raise their hand. Andrea. Okay, first hand that went up in the room.
Good morning again, everybody. My aha moment was that ideas are worth anything if you don't implement it. If you're just having ideas and ideas and ideas, it's pretty much the same of having no idea. If you don't implement it, don't take action.
Nice. Give him a hand. Nice. Next. Juana. Doc.
Hi everyone. So to me it's all about the value, and it's not about your need as to give that value, but what do people actually need. And so we are very aware that people need purpose, but in order for them to find the purpose they need self-awareness and enlightenment. So we're here to do that.
Beautiful. Amazing. Give her a hand. Nice.
Hello, everyone. You cannot instruct your team to do something without a why.
Nice. Beautiful. Nice. Give her a hand. Okay, somebody over here. Let's go.
We were talking about the sell is everything. And another thing, we were thinking about marketing, like clothing. So, for example, it doesn't matter if you if you put your product and put nice clothing. If you don't have a good product, you need to have a good product. It doesn't matter how you're gonna sell it or something like that. If your product is good, it's gonna sell.
Nice.
That's it.
Nice. Give her a hand. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. That's really true with what you've just said there now, and like that's something that I needed to realize, and something that I learned from Eric and his team is that it doesn't matter how good your product and service is or how well you're claiming it to be. It needs to be a product and a service that everybody needs. It needs to be a product and a service that the market wants right now. Because it's very difficult to sell something that nobody wants. You'll probably be the only person buying it yourself, right? So you need to have a product and a service, but like you said, I think Juana said, being able to sell the need for it, being able to help and show people why it is that they need it. Does this all make sense? Yeah? So we're all learning a lot this morning? Yes. Nice. Okay, so can I share something with you guys? Yes. So this morning, I realized I shared a session with you all about a product and a service that we don't even offer anymore. Exactly. And Eric, I slipped down the back of the room. I was all like, yeah, rock the stage, thought I was doing good. And I get to the back of the room, and then he just sits in his chair like this. Yeah, that product and service that Liam was talking about, we actually don't do that anymore. And I'm sitting there going, well, that was the biggest load of waste of my time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, we said yesterday, opportunities come and go. The opportunity was there whenever it was presented to me, and I took it. So, but I've got something good for you, though, right? Do you want to hear what it is? Yes. Right, lean forward and tell me, Liam. Ask me, Liam, what is it? What is it? I'm not convinced. You need to lean forward and ask me what is it. Liam, what is it? Okay, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm only joking. Can I actually tell you about a particular program that I confirmed with Eric and the team that we actually do still run? Yeah? Yeah? We actually, I swear, just to confirm, is it definitely still on, yeah? Okay? Perfect. Okay, it's actually a course that I attended. Yeah, I was actually speaking about it yesterday, a course called Master the Stage, right? And I don't know if there's anybody in this room who is looking to be a speaker or who would love to be able to speak and be able to hit different international stages. Nice, quite a few of you. And maybe there's anybody in this room who still has a fear of public speaking or would get a wee bit jiggery when they come up on stage. Cool. For those of you who didn't raise your hand, you are confident speakers, yeah? Nice. But it was a year ago that I done this particular course, and I swear, I'm not, no word of a lie. Ask Chibaria, ask Man, ask any of the team that was actually there, kinda. I come up onto the stage, right? Eric asked me, he's like, Liam, can you go up onto the stage and introduce yourself? No, sorry, I wasn't in the power circle, I was way back here. I swear I was like a jittery leaf. I couldn't speak to anybody. I spoke like this, and obviously I'm Irish, if you haven't realized, and we tend to speak very fast. Yeah. Uh-huh. Was that sarcastic? We tend to speak very fast, but luckily I've learned to slow down. But I mean, I was like verbal diarrhea, like blah, 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 blah. And then the legs would start to go, and then the sheet would start to go like this as well. And then I would think it would be a better idea to drop the sheets, and then the hands would start going like this. So then I was like, let's put the hands in the pocket, then the hands would go in the pocket, but you could still see that they were shaking like this. But I kid you not, it's a 5-day event. And within those 5 days, the shaking was gone. The confidence grew within me. I was able to speak. I was able to make eye contact with people. Because when I was in school and we were given presentations, the teacher always told us, when you're doing a presentation, either always stare at the board or stare to the back of the room. Yeah. Did anybody can resonate with that? That's just how I was brought up in school, to communicate with people. But how do you communicate with people and bring people on a journey with you that they can feel every ounce of emotion, passion that you have within inside if you can't look people in the eye? Right? And this one event completely changed my life. Harriet attended the same event, who's now part of the team. Let's give her a hand. We also have the incredible Mantu Lee down the back of the room. He was on the exact same event as well. And it's by no coincidence, these guys can get up and speak crystal clear. You've heard Harriet, you've heard Man, you've heard our entire team speak. They know how to speak, they know how to deliver a message, and they know how to allow a message to land. And Warren Buffett says public speaking is probably one of the greatest assets that you could ever acquire. You've all heard that before somewhere, right? The greatest skill. And like I had shared with you guys yesterday, I sometimes have to take myself back and say to myself, what the heck? How at the age of 21, 22, have I been granted this opportunity to be able to go out there and actually spread my message that I want to share with the world on 7 international stages of a freedom lifestyle that I want people to be able to live and wake up to. And I know the power of the course. The results that we've had and the results that we have seen has just been back end off the bat incredible. I think Eric had touched on yesterday a particular mentee that we had, Tara. You heard the story about Tara, yeah? I was actually at her event last weekend emceeing for her, so just doing a bit of on-off stage just while she was breaking, you know? And she completely rocked the stage. She was on the exact same course as us, filled a room a little bit smaller than this with her message, with what her passion is. So she was able to attract a crowd into what she wanted people to grow in. And before that, Eric had told you guys that she was someone who was selling courses for 100, 200 pound every time. But she came to this course. She understood what her message was. She realized how much she's actually worth and the transformation that she actually can give people. And I believe yourself, you're actually on her course as well. I think you can speak for her as well. Yeah, the work she does is deep transformation for people, where she's transforming and changing people's lives all the time. Nice, incredible. And she's rocking it now because she knows how to communicate on a greater scale. She's no longer going one-to-one session and can have £100, one-to-one session and £100. She can get up on a 2-day event and portray her message to a room full of 50, 60 people and have them all jaw-dropping at her and wanting her to coach and mentor them. How many of you think that would be powerful for you, your business, and your brand? Yeah, of course. Now, with this speaking, I always knew I wanted to be able to become a speaker. And back then, I didn't believe in myself. But I can remember being sat here, And some of you might be familiar with Tim Hand, YouTube Success Insider. Anybody familiar? Yeah, quite a few of you. He's actually over 250, 300,000 subscribers, I think, on YouTube. And he actually was coached and mentored on the exact same course by Eric. And I said to myself, well, if Mr. YouTube can do it, I want to be able to do it too, right? And I said, if he's getting the results that he's getting, which, by the way, he runs an awful lot of webinars, and he actually lives a couple of doors down from me now as well, and he was telling me that, like, you know, he converts easy 25 to 30K on one webinar for 1 hour. Yeah. And he said to me, before I done the course, he said to me, Liam, how do I know how to do this? Because I have got crystal clear on what my message is. I know who my target audience are. I know what it is that I want to sell. And most importantly, I know how to do it. And I said, teach me. I want to know too, right? So do you think it happened by just him coming again, flying over to Ireland and telling me all the tools and strategies? No. It required me to put my skin in the game. Because when you commit, like you guys all did here this morning for me, I say go in or don't go in at all, right? Go fully in or don't go in at all whatsoever. You have a question?
So, yeah, I can see the confidence, I can see everything, and I can see that you don't read anything. How don't you get lost?
How don't you get lost?
Like, because sometimes you have like a lot of to pass. So you have like a lot of messages, you have a lot of information. So you have like a lot of time to tell us what you want to tell us, but how you don't get lost.
Do you remember Eric? Do you remember Eric touched about on day 3 where you tap into flow? That's that. Yeah. And that's something that I've been gifted with, and I'm super blessed to be able to have lived right beside him, worked with this guy for the last year. Do you think I've picked up a thing or two from that? Do you think I've learned a thing or two? Yes. Yeah. So I've been able to, I'm telling you now, guys, if you were standing in this room, sitting in this room a year ago, this is not the same Liam O'Callaghan that's on the stage here today. Because we're constantly learning, we're constantly growing, we're constantly evolving week in and week out. But only if you put your skin in the game. There's not going to be anybody there to wake you up every morning to say, come on, Oscar, let's go. Right? Time to do this. You have to show up. You have to be willing to put the work in. You have to be willing to make it a commitment for you that you're going to take it to a whole new level. Does this make sense? Yes. And from that, like I was saying, at this speaker course, there's so many different speaker courses out there. Online training, go on to Udemy. How many people have heard of Udemy before? Yeah, you upload a course on there, you can do it. But with this particular course, you actually, Eric throws you on that stage and gets you so much out of your comfort zone, you don't have a choice to walk away as the same person. I mean that. This isn't just any speaker course where we come up and tell you how to make the audience laugh, how to communicate your message, how to do the eye contact with everybody. You know, at this course, Eric teaches you how to sell. But sell effectively, how to communicate your message effectively with everybody in the audience, how you get 100% engagement within the room. Not just comfort listening to me, right? How do you get 100% engagement in the room every stage that you speak on? Now, how many people think that would be powerful for your business and your brand? Of course. Of course, for your life. Communication, we do it every single day of the week. We're talking to people all the time. You're selling yourself to these people that you're meeting in this room throughout this weekend. We are constantly selling. You go to the cinema, you see a movie, you come and you tell your friend, you've sold them on to go to see that movie. For those people who say, I can't sell, bullshit. You're all born to sell. But when you know how to get up on stage and deliver your message, knowing 100% that you're out there to change people's lives, you get crystal clear, like I shared earlier. You need to get crystal clear on what it is that you want to do and how you want to do it before you can ever make that greater impact in a room. Does this make sense? Yes. And Karina down the back, who Eric had just spoke about earlier. Everybody say hi, Karina. Hi. Karina is literally just one of our recent graduates from Massive Stage, I believe a month ago. Is that right? A month ago. 1 month ago. And the results that this girl has seen in her life, in her business, in her personal life, she shared it with us in the team, and I was taken back. But Karina, could I just maybe invite you up here just to share with the guys? Everybody give her a hand, please. Can we get a mic? Maybe you could just share with the audience what your experience was, how you felt before you came to it, and how things have gone in the space of 1 month for you.
Hi everyone. Yeah, well, I actually got a phone call the day before the event, and I was at work, and I was told that the event was happening the next day in Lincoln. And I really, really wanted to go. But then I thought of the investment, and can you imagine, I thought, it's tomorrow. I'm never going to get the money. So I put the phone down. It was lovely Chabaria that gave me the opportunity, and thank you for that. I put the phone down, I carried on working, and I'm like, I've got to do it. And you know when you get that gut feeling that you know that it's right, but you have no idea how to do it, you know? And it was 8:30, and I'm thinking and thinking, how am I going to get the money? I've got to get to Lincoln. And I phoned Jabaria back and I said, I'll see you in the morning. I went home and I told my partner, Peter, because we was actually moving at the time as well. So I then told him that I was going to Lincoln for 5 days and I wouldn't help him pack. And at that point, I just burst into tears because I was thinking, how am I going to do this? We're moving. I've got this big investment now, and now I've got to spend 5 days in Lincoln. He goes up in the loft, gets my suitcase. You need to do this. So I packed my bags. I had nowhere to stay. He was booking me an Airbnb that evening. I left the next morning and I went to the event and I spent 5 days there. And to be honest with you, yes, Eric gets you up on stage, he gets you to speak, he gets you to deliver your message and your story, and he teaches you all the strategies. But you know what, on the third day, I was like this flower that wasn't quite opening. And on the third day, I got really nervous about going up on stage because of all these breakthrough activities that you do. They're just mind-blowing. And it made me realise that there was a lot of things that were deep-rooted in me that was holding me back. But as soon as we went through, I think it was the third exercise we did, I was slowly opening like a flower. And the fourth and the fifth day, that was it. My life had changed. My mindset had changed. Everything had changed. But the problem is, when you've opened that flower, you can't just leave it because it will wilt up and die. You have to keep watering that flower. So as soon as I got back to Essex, I kept watering that flower and I kept implementing everything that I'd learned. And now I'm going to be doing my first own live event, and I've also very, very close to finish my book.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much. Wow. Pretty powerful, right? Pretty amazing. And I can tell you one thing, that's not the first place Karina went to on the stage the first day she got on stage either, into this position here. She was a bit like me as well. She was way back here, nearly into the curtain, right? But that's what Massive Stage can do for every single one of you. And we actually had a lot of the people. Please do take the time out to speak to these people, like Olivia. We've got Jane down the back as well, who's literally just graduated from this course. Everybody give Jane a wave. She's trying to wave at you all there. Olivia down the back as well. They've all experienced this course. We've also got Sam down the back. Go speak to these guys. Go speak to them at the break. Pull them aside. Ask them how their experience was. Because I know there's some people, and I can feel it, there's some people, I know deep down within yourselves, you have got a mission and you've got a purpose and you would love to be up speaking on stages all around the world. But there's that little voice inside saying, I can't do it. And that little voice saying, like, you know, I don't know if this is for me. I don't think I'll ever be able to get up there and be on stage like them. And the reason why I'm saying that is because that was me. I've shared that story with you guys, that the legs never stopped going. The Irishness started to produce really badly. Yeah, I don't think that's a word, right? It's definitely not a word. But that, and listening to the likes of Karina's story there, it's powerful. It's incredible. Because not only has she had those breakthroughs and these realizations where she knows she's going out there with her passion and her mission, she even had said to us, to the team, to Jabaria, to Eric, it's because of you guys and the transformation that I had at Massive Stage that she is able to go out there and project her message to a greater and a wider audience. Yeah. And there's something that I can feel, there's just something that I can feel within this room this weekend, that there's so many of you who've got a message deep down within yourselves. And I know for a lot of you, it's not just quite out there yet. You haven't reached the capacity of the people that I know you can go with. But one thing I can say is I can see it as being your duty, your job, and your responsibility to bring it out there to the world. Because if you don't, you're not being able to impact and change people's lives. You're not being able to allow people to have the breakthroughs and experience that you know that you guys have all had. So whenever that fear creeps in, whenever that doubt, whenever that worry, let's just try to put it to one side and say, what's the bigger picture? What's the bigger mission? Stop allowing barriers to prevent us from hitting our big goal and our big dreams and our big desires. Because if Karina had have allowed investment, had have allowed Peter to stop her, that book would potentially not be completed right now. Her first event would not be up and running, where we don't know how many lives she's going to change. So can we just give her a round of applause one more time there, please? Thank you. I know it's all good hearing it from me and everything as well, but I don't know, team, do we have a video where we could actually show people the experiences that people have at Master the Stage? If we could have one, because it all sounds lovely on stage, but when you get a visual representation and you see the emotions that people hit when they're at this event, it's powerful. And people leave this event completely transformed. Not just there and then, but leave completely transformed forever. We good? Nice.
Master Stage is the best event I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot, because not only does it offer you a lot of teaching and a lot of learning opportunities, but it was a great support group, and the people that are here are not just here to learn for themselves and here for selfish reasons.
Master the Stage has been phenomenal. It's been the 4th day and I've learned more than I could have imagined. It's everything that Eric puts together. You learn and you layer it on, and you learn and you layer it on. And you know what the amazing thing about this 5-day event is? I'm practicing on stage. I'm practicing. That makes everything so much better. I think I've become more of a confident speaker now than I have been just playing around with it.
So many exercises, the breakthrough exercises that I've not seen from events before. And even if I have, not that tightly compact.
You learn a lot of the theory, but then you get a lot of time on stage too. And most events I go to, it's just loads of learning, right? You don't really get a chance to put it into practice.
We have learned so much in 5 days that I almost think it's like humanly impossible to learn the amount of stuff that we have learned, but we have. But the breakthroughs, the intensity of them, and the regularity, we do 1 breakthrough a day, has just meant that I really feel that I have broken through something. I really do. And I have been to events before where I've done breakthrough activities and they have been important points in my life, but I've never come away thinking I've broken through. But today, I really do feel like I've broken through. I really do.
The biggest takeaways from this event, for me personally, have been my self-development, going from actually being teary and miserable and not knowing what really gets me fired up, to actually now knowing what makes me buzz, and it's happiness. And that has been amazing, absolutely amazing.
I believe I was confident, but after this event, I'm on another level. I've just really come out of my comfort zone, and I suppose I had a fear of judgment and told myself, yeah, just don't care what people think. But that was still, logical. And knowing something doesn't mean you're doing it. This event allowed me to really own it.
It's just amazing. Do it!
If you're hesitating about this course, just cut out that negative chat, really. This will probably be one of the best, if not the best, events that you can ever do.
I thought I knew a lot about myself before I came, but actually I know 100 times more at the end.
You should come and join this class, and you give yourself a chance to the next level.
She rocks. I rock. She rocks.
No, you handstand across it. I'm only joking. You can find out more about it later. It's honestly, I mean, it's an incredible. I mean, the most you speak to Harriet, you speak to any of these guys. But just before I bring Eric back out onto the stage, I'm very blessed with the opportunities that I've been given in my life, and I'm a man of seeing, giving other people opportunities. And I just want to invite Olivia onto the stage here. And just before I invite Olivia on, before you give her a big round of applause, Olivia is actually Slovakian. And I just want you guys to realize that no matter where you're from, no matter what language you speak, there's a place here at this course for everybody. And one thing she done whenever she rocked up was she was willing to play all out. She said to us, she had said to me on multiple occasions, and I'm actually blessed to be working very closely alongside Olivia these days. She said, language barrier will not hold me back, will not be a problem, because even with the skills that I learn at this course, I know I can go back to Slovakia and I can run my own event as well. So if we can please give it up for Olivia, just to share a couple of words with you guys on stage.
Thank you very much. Liam makes it seem very, very easy. But when I came to master the stage first, I thought I will be amazing on stage because I have done drama before and I thought I was a very confident communicator before. But when I came to master the stage, something happened. And for the first 2 days, I wasn't really able to get up there. And we were given opportunity to stand up every single day, over and over and over. And there was something holding me back. I wanted to raise my hand to go. But there was something and I didn't know what it was. And it took me quite a while, and through all these breakthrough activities, at some point I realized what it was. Because there are 2 types of communication. There is the communication, how we communicate with other people. But there is also communication within yourself. How you communicate with the little voice which tells you, oh, maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe this is not right. Maybe you're not good enough. And in Master the Stage, I was not only able to realize I have that fear, which I didn't know about before, but I was able to break through it And once I broke through it, everything changed. I was able to stand up, go out there, speak about myself, speak about my dreams, about my visions, and I was able to present my ideas to others. And what changed was also my personal life. And it was not just personal, it was business, it's everything. And I have heard once I was told that the quality of your communication determines the quality of your life. And since then on, that's how I lead my life. I learn how to communicate, I speak every day with every people, and I realize that it's every day. Once you learn how to communicate from the stage, you really learn how to communicate in everyday life with the people who are close to you, and also with your business partners and the people you work with in business. So it had been a really amazing opportunity, and I'm really grateful to all the team for being given this chance.
Nice.